What's up, everyone? I'm DJ Hamilton, and you're tuned into the DJ Sports Show, where we give you the latest, greatest, and most exciting sports stories in the world of sports. From interviews to having people's stories heard and told. This is the DJ Sports Show. Let's get it!
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host, DJ Hamilton, DJ Sports Show. If you're watching on YouTube, click that like, subscribe button, and share anybody you know who loves sports. And if you listen to audio platforms, leave a 5-star rating, share anybody you know. Not gonna lie, y'all, I'm very tired. I'm just coming back from covering a Westchester Knicks game in the NBA G League, coming back driving from Westchester, dealing with traffic. And man, I've dealt with traffic a lot this recently, especially on coming back on Black Friday from Thanksgiving for my brothers. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving with your families and a safe one. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm very tired. I didn't get to watch no football today, y'all. So I'm just gonna let y'all know that. So if we talk football on this podcast, Nick's gonna be carrying that. As I had the game started at 3, and it's an hour drive from me, so I had to leave around 1 something to even go get there on time because there was traffic. So I didn't get to watch any of the NFL games today. So if we talk any NFL on this podcast, Nick will be carrying it, just to let y'all know. But yeah, I just wanted to recap this game real quick. The Westchester Knicks fall 122-95 to the Maine Celtics, their second consecutive loss to the Celtics after losing to them on Black Friday, 98-84, where they shot 31% from the field and 90% from 3 in that game. Oof, yeah, putrid. And this game, they struggled too. They couldn't stop a nosebleed. Oh man, this team, third straight loss, by the way, and they're coming off a devastating loss last week. Honestly, a gut-wrenching one when they lost in the final seconds to the Delaware Bluecoats off a go-ahead shot by Kennedy Chandler, the Bluecoats guard who drove to the lane, put the shot up. It was called a goaltend. One of the players on the Knicks, I think it was Donovan Williams, who blocked it off the glass, and it was called a goaltend. And the Bluecoats came back down 26 points. They were down by as much as 24, 26-point deficit, and they came back and defeated the Knicks in that game. I was stunned at what I saw. This is a team that has struggled to retain the lead throughout the course of the games that I've been through this year. This team is not what they were last year. Let's just get it right. They don't have the personnel, the scoring personnel, or the talent they had last year when they had TJ Warren, Boo Bowie, Chuma Okeke, Damian Baugh, Donovan Williams, who was part of last year's team as well. They had the best year in their organization's history last year. And they won the Winter Showcase, the NBA G League Winter Showcase last season in Florida. Last year's team had a bevy, a various amount of guys who create their own shot, knock down shots, 3-level scorers, playmakers, and this made the whole offense seem easy. It flowed better last year. Guys who can knock down outside shots, spread the offense, spread the defense out to respect them from 3. This year's team doesn't have that. I know they have Dink Pate, but he's not a shooter. They have other guys. Donovan Williams still part of this team, but he's not a guy who I would consider a primary go-to scorer. I think he's a secondary or a tertiary type scorer for this team, and he thrived in that role last year. Last year they had Moses Brown too, a dominant big man in the paint, block shots, active, mobile, could catch lobs. They don't have that this year. They have De Silva, who is not athletic like that. He's not going to be a guy you're throwing lobs to. He's a big body in the paint, but he's not someone you're going to throw lobs to. And this team is really struggling against the Maine Celtics today. The Celtics, their rookie, the G League rookie, Stefan Todorovic, I don't even know how to say his last name, Todorovic, he had 31. He hanged 31 on them today. I was watching him drain that thing like Steph Curry. He was hitting shots from the left corner 3, fading away like he was Steph, like it was effortless. I said, what? I couldn't believe what I was watching. He shot 5-11 from three-point range, 11-19 from the field. He was a plus 22 on the court today for the Maine Celtics. And I couldn't believe the way they were moving the ball. They have a well-balanced team. Their top G League scorer, Ron Harper Jr., didn't even play today. And I didn't even have time to do my keys to the game because the traffic getting to the game and trying to find parking, it cost me time to even do that. So I had to just get set up when I was going to the game. and just have my good thing. I set up my laptop and stuff before I even left, so I could that way I could just open it, set up the Wi-Fi, and start covering the game, doing notes for my article that I usually do. But it's my first time ever talking G League on the podcast. But yeah, they had a well balanced attack. They had, I'm counting right now, they had about 5, 6 guys in double figures, with Stefan Todorovic leading the way with 31, the G League rookie. And they didn't even have their top guy, like I said, Ron Harper Jr. playing today. You had Hasten Ward, who had 10 points. He had some ferocious dunks. I ain't gonna lie. There was one dunk he came down in transition, and he put that thing back like LeBron. Yeah, the thunderous little tomahawk jam, and slammed it down with authority. The crowd went ooh and ah. I didn't even get to record it because I'm trying to take notes for the game at the same time, and I'm just like, whoa, that was crazy. Some of the dunks throughout the game were crazy. The Knicks had some of their own. The Thing Pate had one in transition, but yeah, Cameron Warren's 16 today. You had Aaron Scott, he had 11. Hayden Gray had 16, excuse me. Cameron Warren's had 12. Hasten Ward had 10. Kendall Brown had 23. He was the second leading scorer behind Todorovic for the Maine Celtics. They shot 52% from the field, the Maine Celtics today, and 41% from three. I said, and the Knicks only shot 39% from the field and 25% from three. This has been a struggle for this team shooting and the ball this year. And then the turnovers. When I'm looking at my stat sheet here, because they give us stat sheets, they either ask you want it after each timeout or at the end of the quarter. I like the timeout and end of each quarter, so I can see what happened throughout each timeout. When did the team go on a run, or a player that changed the course of the game, not just the end of a quarter, because things can happen throughout the course of a quarter. So I said after each timeout as well. And the Knicks, I remember at one point they had 19 turnovers that led to 36 points for the Maine Celtics, as I'm looking at my stat sheet right now. You cannot, if you want to win ball games as a team, you cannot be turning the ball over that much and then allow the other team to convert that many shots off your turnovers. You just can't. And this is a team last year. I know they had turnovers last year, but they were able to negate that because of the talent they had offensively. Well, T.J. Warren, Boo Buie, Damian Ball, Donovan Williams, and so many other guys. Chuma Okeke. Like, they had so many guys. What's his name? Pokame Dadie was part of the team last year. He came back somehow this game. He dropped 29, but he shot 40% from the field, 3 for 9 from three-point range. Nick Jourdain for the Westchester Knicks had 15. Thing Pate had 11. And you had Jamal Mashburn Jr. had 16. He was his first game I'm seeing him play in person. And then Toby Okani, same guy, had 10 points. But the inefficiency from the field, they can't drain shots from the outside. 8 of 31 from three-point range. And one of my keys to the game that I even get to talk about before, like I mentioned, because due to the traffic, I said if this Knicks team was going to beat this Celtics team, they got to make them respect them from the outside. And they couldn't do that today. You can't shoot 19% from three like you did in their first matchup on Friday, and then 25% in this game. You follow it up with another abysmal shooting performance. You just can't have that if you want to win games. You just can't. And this is a team in the Celtics that have one of the best shot blockers in the entire G League in Hasten Ward. He only had one block today, but in their last matchup, he was protecting that paint. That's all I got to say. And yeah, this team has really struggled this year. I ain't gonna lie. The team last year, they had one of the best, if not the best record in the entire G League, the Westchester Knicks. They were amongst the best. They had an elite offensive team that moved the ball well, guys who can hit outside shots, who can get you 25 to 30 in the game. They just don't really have more than one or two guys who can do that. And it's just really showing. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really worried about this Knicks team. I know it's the Westchester Knicks of the G League. We want to do some G League content because, yeah, I didn't think this team was going to be struggling this bad this year. When I had the first game, the home opener, I'm like, okay, maybe we could get a groove on. But now they've lost 3 straight now against the Blue Coats and back-to-back against the Maine Celtics. We'll see if they could turn it around, but this team needs to really be able to hit shots from the outside if they want any chance of winning the game and start winning any games at all. And they got to do a better job of protecting the basketball. You can't be having careless turnovers with the basketball. And when you have the ball and the ball goes up for a rebound, you guys gotta be able to grab it and hold it strong. Because sometimes I see them, they go for rebounds, the opposing team swipes it out. I'm like, you guys gotta hold the ball stronger. And then some of the sloppy turnovers they have when they're getting in the half court, you can't be having that as a team if you want to win games. So, and I'm there right behind because there's a credential area where credential media members, whether they're doing video or writing articles, whatever, or for whatever publication they're at, whether their own or something else. And I see the coaching staff a little bit ahead, and I see their facial expressions, and I'm just like, oh, it's like, yeah, they're stressed. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to quickly do a little quick recap on the game. As I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little flustered. I'm tired. A little kind of low on energy, but I just wanted to do a quick little few notes since we didn't get to watch any football today because the game was at 3, right in the middle of the first slate of games for NFL 1 o'clock and the second slate 4 o'clock, and I live an hour away from Westchester. So it was going to be a drive coming back and getting to the game. So yeah, we didn't get to watch any football today, but hey, got you some G League content. So yeah, we'll see if the Westchester Knicks could bounce back. Coming up, I'm about to pull up their schedule right now as I'm waiting for it to load. If it loads any second now, but yeah, I just think they need to do a better job. You gotta shoot the ball better, and you got to start defending the 3-point line better, and you got to cut down on the turnovers. The turnovers has been killing them. They're now 1-5. And I'm gonna look at the standings right now. Excuse me, since I have that closer to me right now. Right now in the Showcase Cup standings, as we still are in the part of the tip-off tournament for the G League season, they're 8th, last in the East right now. They're 1-6. So they're behind the College Park Skyhawks for 2-5. Long Island Nets 3-5. I think they play them the next home game. That's their next home game. I think the 10th on a Wednesday. The Blue Coast 3-5. The Raptors 905. That's a team that's really turned it around. This was a team that struggled last year in the tip-off tournament. Now they're 7-0. They're still undefeated. And I remember covering that game when they defeated the Knicks as well. Maine Celtics now improved to 6-3. They're second behind the Raptors 905 in the Showcase Cup standings for the tip-off tournament in the Eastern Conference. So yeah, that's kind of the lookout right now. Yeah, this is a Knicks team from winning the Winter Showcase last year, the best season in the organization's history. So now they're having one of the worst seasons in organization history, and it's really hard for them to get wins. So yeah, that's my little recap of the Westchester Knicks and their recent loss against the Maine Celtics, 122-95, and almost a 30-point rout by the Maine Celtics. Hopefully they can start turning around, just get some wins, build the players' confidence up because it's been a struggle. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk football with Nicholas, who's most likely going to be carrying that portion of that segment of the show. Excuse me, I can't even speak. But yeah, stay tuned for football, and we'll see you guys in the next segment. So yes, we're now here with my buddy Nicholas Mullick, the NFL expert from Total Apex. How you doing, Nick?
Well, man, crazy week of football. We got a lot to get into here, and
Yes, you got to catch me up, man. I was busy out
yeah,
covering the Westchester Knicks game of the NBA G League, so they did get whopped by almost 30 points. Westchester Knicks.
woof.
Yeah, by the
Hey,
Maine Celtics.
they'd probably play better than my Charlotte Hornets right now.
They didn't even have their top scorer. I mean, they have a well-rounded team. Don't get me wrong. They're one Maine Celtics
Yeah.
are elite, but their top scorer, who's the top scorer in the G League, Ron Harper Jr. I thought I was going to see him play. He didn't play today, so I'm like, damn. I was looking forward
Was
to
it
seeing him
load
play.
management or injury related?
I think they're only allowed to play a certain amount of guys per game because I see all these guys on the roster. I'm like, are they injured? And it just shows like maybe like 9 players available. I guess they're only allowed to have 9 players available per game, 9 to 10. So I guess they want to rest him this game and allow other guys to play. But yeah,
Yeah.
they got waxed, bro. I'm just like, yo, I miss football for this. I was like, damn. But hey, builds the credibility. I've been doing this my second season now, so. But yeah, you're gonna
Hey,
catch up
good for
on
you.
all the games because I didn't get to watch anything today. But
Well, that's
first I
not
want to ask,
well,
how was your
not today.
Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
man?
Went well. I'm still stuffed. I ate a lot. Spent time with the family. It was a good Thanksgiving for me. Even Black Friday was pretty fun as well. Uh,
Yeah,
if there was one word to describe like a chunk of those games, Fraud. That's
Oh,
the word I would like, because 3 out of the 4 games to me had the fraud alert pop up. It really did. And the one that doesn't get that label is Black Friday. My
yeah,
goodness, was there a crazy amount of football going on here. And let's start
yeah,
with the Packers Lions game, because that was the first game of the week. The officiating sucks.
yeah. I'm just gonna say that. Me and my brother were watching that game. That game was we were kind of scratching our heads. We were like, "What?"
Oh, dude, explain to me how on that false start play, the guy was clearly like jumping for a false start, yet they allow Mike LaFleur to call a timeout. He didn't
Yeah,
even give the signal of timeout or say timeout until the false start happened.
yeah. It
Like,
was
come on,
abysmal.
guys.
That was abysmal. I'm kind of worried about the Detroit Lions now because I'm just like, man, you guys are still looking out of sync, and then you lost Amon-Ra St. Brown, an ankle injury. He's expected to be out for at least a week or two.
Yeah,
That's not looking good.
the moment he got injured, like I always say this with my Jets. When there's a specific moment that happens, and I say, "So what? I knew they were losing." We'll get to that later. But the moment Amon-Ra St. Brown went down with the drain, I'm like, "Yeah, the Lions they're losing this game."
Yeah,
But I
they're
will say
seven and
one thing.
five now. They're third in the NFC North. I don't know, man. The way they've been struggling lately. I know they only lost this one game, but this was a big game in terms of like the standings for the NFC North to see who could get get to catch the
Yeah,
Bears and
you
try
know
to
what's
get that
worse?
top spot. What do you say?
You know what's worse for the Lions? Their schedule. I'm gonna read their schedule right now. They got to face the Cowboys. They got to face the Rams. They got to face the Steelers, who are terrible, so they should win that game. The Vikings, who are done, but that's going to be a tough game because it's divisional.
Yeah,
And they finish out with Chicago. That's
Ooh,
a really rough schedule
that is
for
a rough
them.
schedule. And
But
Chicago's been playing great as of late.
yeah, they have been playing
They have been
great.
playing
But
great.
to be honest, Green Bay's kind of fraudulent too. Like, that defense is not as good as we all thought it was. But if there was a game for Jordan Love that finally showcases skills, this was it. He threw for like 4 touchdowns in the game. And how about this Dontavian Wicks, who looked pretty well.
He
Although
has
that
some big
one
catches.
although
Some big
that one touchdown that he scored, very questionable. I did not believe that was a touchdown. Like,
Yeah,
ticky tacky, but listen, the NFL hates the Detroit Lions. I before the Buffalo Bills came into play, I often called the Lions the most cursed team in the NFL. That goes to the Buffalo Bills for,
wow.
you know, because the Bills are a cursed franchise,
Yeah,
but Detroit's the second most cursed franchise in the NFL. But yes, the officiating is terrible. Get a Skyrim judge, get these guys full time, and retrain them. There is no excuse for the amount of money this league makes that these refs can't be full time.
nah, I believe you. And another thing I wanted to mention, because Thanksgiving was the time with family and stuff. We were watching football, but I wasn't taking notes on these games because it was Thanksgiving time. So I was more ingrained with family. But my Chiefs, man, we really lost to
Panic
the
time,
Cowboys.
panic time,
Me
panic
and my
time.
brother, who's he's a Chiefs fan. He's a Mahomes guy, big time Mahomes guy. We were watching the game at my oldest brother's house because we were at my oldest brother's house. But him and his girl, they were hosting Thanksgiving. Her and family. It was a great time, by the way. Great music, great food. This was great vibes. I was up to like 3 a.m. on Thanksgiving. This is great energy. We are playing card games too, asking questions, thinking critically. It was just great time. But when we were watching the game, man, I said, "Yo, we're really about to lose to the Cowboys." We were like, I was like, whoa, we're really about, even though the Cowboys, they beat the 2 teams in the Super Bowl last year, the Eagles and Chiefs. They got to be feeling good about themselves. If you're a Cowboys fan, even though you're not winning no Super Bowl, but you got to feel good about yourself. You beat 2 teams who were in the Super Bowl last year, and your
And
offense is
and
looking good.
and the offense, I often said hidden dark candidate for MVP is Dak Prescott, and he's playing like that. But
Yeah,
here's the thing with Dallas, like they needed to get some wins, even though they have a
yeah,
very easy schedule. Those 2 wins were tremendous for them. But let me say
tremendous.
something about the Kansas City Chiefs. Um, is it just me, or is Andy Reid getting stale here with the play calling? Because I feel like It's
Yeah,
getting
me and my brother were
stale.
wondering some of the plays they're calling in the red zone. Me and him like, why are they running the ball here when their passing game is going? Mahomes was excellent in this game. I can't even blame him. He had
Oh, I
4
felt
touchdowns
so bad for
for over
Mahomes. I
61
really
yards.
did.
He was
He's
scrambling
getting
for his
no.
life out there. He was
He's
still
getting
getting
no
first downs
help.
when his team needed.
Yeah.
He needs
What a
help, man.
great move! What a great move it was trading Joe Tooney in the offseason, by the way. That was such a brilliant move.
And all these penalties from the offensive line has been killing us. Whenever we have a big play and we're able to get some momentum, holding penalty or something, or offside or something, illegal formation messes us up and ruins our momentum, man. And it just deflates the whole offense. And it's just sad to see. It's like this team that won all the 1-score games they had last year. Now they can't even win a 1-score game. They
Yeah.
struggle. It's sad. It's sad.
Yeah. And you know what else is sad too? And it's not, even though he has 5 sacks this year and he's been okay, I've been very disappointed with how George Karlaftis has been playing this year. It's like he's clearly their best pass rusher, but he hasn't been playing like it this season. I don't know if it's because of injury, but like he's been super off. And you got to admit, like the offense did play it to the best of their ability. I mean, Rashee Rice is another piece of work, but man, can that guy catch a football?
Yeah.
Kelsey even looked competent as well. And I've said it for a while. Kelsey looks cooked, but he actually looked pretty well. The running game, just they couldn't get it together. I mean, Hunt, he tried, but how do you give only Isaiah Pacheco 3 carries in this game? Like, I get he's back from injury and you want to take it slow with him, but come on, he's your best running back. You got to give him more carries than that. But yeah, it's time to panic if it's the Chiefs. But I honestly think this offense is getting stale with the coaching. And I mean, it sort of reminds me of how the Philadelphia Eagles were when Andy Reid was there during his last year, because he got stale in Philadelphia too. I feel like he's getting stale here too. I'm not saying they should fire him because that would be stupid.
Yeah.
And I've said some questionable things on the show. But no, but I'm getting really worried about it. But yeah, Matt Nagy can kiss any chance he has of getting another head coaching role goodbye for how bad the play calling is.
Look at the mishaps.
On the
Like
offense,
we had 10 penalties for 119 yards that cost us, compared to the 7 for 50 for the Dallas Cowboys. We cannot be having these boneheaded mishaps, especially on the offensive end. And I just want to say, we had no turnovers in this game. What killed us was the boneheaded offensive penalties that we had with the offensive line, most part, and also our defense getting cooked in the passing game. Like we were getting absolutely slobbered, demolished in the passing game. I was like,
oh
man,
my
we
god,
can't guard anybody 1-on-1.
yeah, CD was all over you guys. George Pickens, even though he's another winner, George Pickens was all over the place here too. But I gotta be honest with you. How about Jadeveon Clowney? Like, this guy I completely forgot was still in the NFL. He came out of this game with 2 sacks. He looked pretty well. I mean, kudos to the Cowboys. And look, I've said from day one I was not a Brian Schottenheimer fan. Like when they promoted him to be the coach, he's done a solid job coaching this team. I'll give him that. And now for the Chiefs, every game is now a must win. I mean, you got the Texans. That's going to be a tough one. The Chargers, we'll see now that Herbert's injured. The Titans suck. They should win that game. The Broncos is going to be a difficult one. And then they finish off with the Raiders. Every game is a must win for them at this point.
I'm sorry, but if we lose any and even one more game, we're not making the playoffs.
If you lose 2 games, you're out.
Yeah,
if you lose
we
2
have no
games,
margin of
you're
error
out.
anymore. Like that Cowboys loss, that was a death blow right there. That was like high red alert. Like this is like we can't lose no more, guys. We can't. I thought they could have built off the momentum they had from beating the Colts. That was a big win. I was like, okay, we can go into Thanksgiving feeling good. Let's beat the Cowboys, and then we could like, okay, we're 2 games over 500. Let's start building some momentum. Nope, we go in, and man, we lay a goose egg in that second quarter and third quarter. We don't get no points
Really
on the
bad.
board. I'm like, you
Really
guys
bad.
can't go scoreless 2 straight quarters, man. This Dallas team, I know they're not an elite defensive team, but offensively, they can shoot fireworks. You can't go scoreless 2 straight quarters against this team. And guess what? We did. And now that cost us Oh man, I'm worried, man. I'm worried.
I think
I'm
it's time
worried.
to panic now for the Chiefs.
Yeah,
I'm not saying like I'm confidently saying they're getting eliminated from the playoffs, but they need to win out. They
yeah,
really do. But I'll tell you one thing. You might call me crazy here. I have more confidence in the Chiefs than I do the Baltimore Ravens.
yeah. The
What a
Ravens, that was
disgrace!
not good.
By the way, let's be real. Lamar Jackson 1000% should not be on the football field because he is
He did not look
absolutely
healthy.
hurt right now.
He could barely even run.
Oh, I think the problem with Lamar's style, and look, he's a great football player. He really is. But the way he plays with his mobility and the way he throws, he's going to he's going to have durability issues for the long term. That's why I fear for Josh Allen in his
Yeah,
long term career. Like Lamar's great, but I don't know how long he's gonna last. Like in top playing ability, and like I said, Lamar needs to get better, or healthier. Uh, the offense, I mean, it's really the tight end show with Baltimore. I mean, Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews looked okay, but besides that, they have nothing on there. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins is basically here to ring chase. Uh, Zay Flowers did a whole lot of nothing in this game. Rashad Bateman, I forgot, is still in the NFL. What a great move that was. And
oh,
I'm
man.
sorry. I've called for John Harbaugh to be fired after that playoff game last year, which he should have been fired after that game. What is it with the usage of Derrick Henry, bro? It's like they're
Yeah.
timid to use him. I mean, he had 60 rushing yards for a touchdown, but when you're in the goal line, you barely use him. That's
Like
where
he's
he
the top three running
thrives.
back in the league, man. He's in the prime, still in his prime. You got to utilize him more.
I don't understand. Like I said, if it was me, Harbaugh would not be the coach of this team right now. But the utilization of Henry is absolutely ridiculous. And with how bad this defense for Cincinnati is, because this Bengals defense is horrible. Probably the worst in football, not named the Raiders. And you play like that and you can only score 14 points, that's embarrassing. That really is embarrassing. And there's a real chance, like, anyone in this division could win it except for Cleveland, because Cleveland sucks. But the Bengals with Joe Burrow back look like a more functional offense. I mean, Chase was amazing. Jamar Chase and Chase Brown, the Chases. Uh,
Yeah.
you know, good for Cincinnati. Your defense still sucks, but at
You're
least
still not making the
you
playoffs, but this is a
yeah.
good confidence builder, momentum builder for like going into next season. Because I know Joe Burrow's back, but it's too late to even try to make a playoff push at this point.
Yeah, I mean that division sucks. I mean Pittsburgh's
Yeah,
a shit show too. Pardon my French, I shouldn't have, but
yeah,
Pittsburgh's a mess. And the worst part about Pittsburgh too, Aaron Rodgers is hurt. Which I don't even know why he was playing this game because he came in with a wrist injury. That boggled my mind. T.J. Watt left the game with an injury. Patrick Queen left with an injury. Like Pittsburgh lost a lot of talent on this team, and they're not coached right. I've said it for like 6 years now, almost six
he
years
got
now.
cooked by the
This if
Bills.
Yeah, I said this for 6 years now. If this wasn't the Steelers, Tomlin would have been fired in 2020 after that playoff game against the Cleveland Browns, where half the team was out due to COVID, and you didn't have your head coach as well because he got tested positive for COVID. They had improper practices for weeks, and you allowed them score like 40 something points on them. That was the moment Tomlin should have been fired right there. But no, it's the Steelers. Unless you're Matt Canada, coaches retire or conveniently let their contracts expire. Steelers are terrible. This whole division surprisingly sucks. Every single one of them sucks. Like the Browns are abysmal. Like the Bengals have one of the worst defenses in the league. Steelers, I don't even think they're coached right, and I don't like how they're like functioned. And their defense is one of the more expensive defenses in the league. And I don't know
Yeah,
about Baltimore. I mean, I feel like Baltimore's in the same category as Pittsburgh, but the difference is Baltimore's been dealing with injuries. So I don't know what they do from here. But man, that AFC North, disappointing.
Speaking about Allen, when we were talking about the Steelers and then also AFC North, well, first to go to, let's to the AFC North because now you have the Steelers and Ravens tied at 6-6 or those type of records. But the way the Ravens have been struggling, not utilizing Henry, Lamar Jackson kind of injured. He's hobbled. He's obviously not 100%. And then the Steelers We don't know because they're up and down. You never know what you're getting from them. Who ends up taking the AFC North? That's what I want to know. Who do you think will end up taking the AFC North? At
I
first,
hope
I was
neither of
thinking
the.
the Ravens, but the way Jackson's injured and they haven't really been using their one of the best running backs in the league, which kind of perplexes me. I don't know anymore. Especially after how they lost to the Bengals, they made the Bengals defense look legit. I was like, wow, this is appalling to see what was happening.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, if I were to side with the team right now, because of all the injuries Pittsburgh now has, I kind of would have to lean with the Ravens. But look, I've trashed the Cincinnati Bengals. I still don't think they're going to make it. I kind of want Cincinnati to win this division, but they're not going to.
They got to win
They're not
like
going
every
to.
game. They got to go like
They got to
every
win.
game, win every game. Even if then they have to worry about the Ravens and the Steelers losing games too. So even if they won every game, they'll have to worry about the other guys losing.
Yeah, and since we're talking AFC North, let's go to Cleveland for a second. Yeah, Shador Sanders stinks. Yes, he threw for a touchdown for 50.
Yeah, I saw
something
that
yards.
alert, but
What
I didn't get to
do?
watch the game, so I don't really have deep context. So
Oh,
tell me what happened in that game.
I first off, I gotta say this before we get into the game. Did you guys hear that Kendrick Perkins quote on Shador Sanders? I
saw what
sent it to
I
you.
forgot that he's the most important black something.
He's the most influential person. I'm not going to say because I don't want to get canceled. He's more influential than Barack Obama. Does Kendrick Perkins have CTE right now?
Probably.
Shador Sanders has started 2 NFL games, and he's more influential than the former president of the United States.
Not even just the former president, the first and only black president in U.S. history.
Like,
that's crazy.
Like, is Kendrick Perkins is he the first NBA player to have CTE right now, or was he high that entire interview he was doing?
You know what he was doing? He was smoking that Woody pack.
Oh my god. I heard that and I'm like, you are an idiot, and I don't take anything you say now. This is the problem with ESPN. They say all these wild things, these hot takes that are absolutely ridiculous just to get clicks, then to focus on the content. That's what Kendrick Perkins did there. He was focused on getting more of a hot take just so he could get more clicks.
ESPN is
and it's ridiculous. You want to know what the problem with that is? It makes you look less credible.
ESPN has fallen off crazy over the years. And
that's one of the major reasons why. The fact Kendrick Perkins would think, I think it would be a good idea for me to say that Shador Sanders, is more influential than a former president of the United States to the community. Come on. You have too much alcohol in the drink that you are having on that show. You need he will never listen to this, but Kendrick Perkins, you need therapy if you actually believe that to be true.
I would like the audacity to say that.
I mean, I don't like saying stuff about these guys because it's obvious they're trying to pull our legs, but when you say stuff like that, it's like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
come on.
It's clickbait.
Yeah. Anyways, Cleveland faced the 49ers, lost 26-8. Shador Sanders stinks. He threw for under 49 yards. He did have a solid touchdown, but besides that, he looks awful. I gotta be honest with you. And Myles Garrett, he's a phenomenal player. He has a legit chance to break the sack record. But for everyone complaining, saying that, Myles Garrett I wish he was on a real team, this or that, or if he's upset, I wouldn't blame him. Myles Garrett took the money.
He wanted.
So shut up. He took the money. But yeah, San Francisco dominated all game. I mean, McCaffrey was McCaffrey. Purdy looked okay. I mean, he only had 168 passing yards. I feel for Juwan Jennings sometimes, bro. I mean, the guy got hit in the nuts last week in that Panthers game, and now he's getting trashed on by everyone. I really feel bad for that guy sometimes. But yeah, I'm glad San Francisco won the game. They absolutely should be making the playoffs this year. That entire NFC West division is
Tough.
crazy right now. Unless you're the
Niners,
Arizona, yeah. Unless you're the
Seahawks,
Arizona, yeah. And
Rams.
before we dive deep into the NFC West, we have to mention this. We lost another NFL team to the playoff gods. The Arizona Cardinals have been eliminated. The Tennessee Titans have been eliminated. The Las Vegas Raiders have been eliminated. I'm trying to remember the other teams. I said the Titans, said the Raiders, said
New Orleans
the
Saints
New
eliminated.
Orleans Saints have been eliminated, and
You're
I
basically
think
saying
there's
Minnesota
one.
Vikings have been eliminated at this point.
Well, pretty much, but there were like 5 teams eliminated, and I think it's very important that we address this because we need to, have a moment of silence again, like we did for the Giants being eliminated, and we need to show some respect here. DJ, respect.
We already did a moment of silence. Can't have too much. It's a podcast.
yeah, but DJ, we got to be a little respectful here. Okay, I'll stop at the bit. I'll stop at the bit. I'll stop at the bit. I tried. We did this last week. It didn't work out too well. I thought it would work out again this week. I'm sorry, okay?
Hey.
Yeah, going back to the NFC West.
Oh, no, before we
there's
do
3
NFC West,
teams.
let's give kudos shout out to Josh Allen, man. Broke the all-time rushing record for quarterback, 76 rushing touchdowns, breaking Cam Newton's record, surpassing it, and doing it in fewer games, 123 to Cam Newton's 145. Absolutely incredible achievement today against the Steelers. Josh Allen,
I wonder
amazing.
I wonder what Drake May thinks about that. He should probably watch Cam Newton's show at 10 a.m. instead of preparing for a game that he has to work towards on Monday. He should just watch Cam Newton's show at 10 a.m.
Yeah. See what Cam Newton says. See if he talks any ish. Like, oh, Jake May's supposed to be like Josh Allen.
Don't even get me started with Cam. But yeah, let's go back to the NFC West. I want to start off with the Arizona Cardinals and the Buccaneers game just to get that out of the way. This is the type of game where a coach is on the hot seat. And I didn't mention this a few weeks ago. Jonathan Gannon, is he on the hot seat?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know, man, because some of these games, I don't know if Arizona's coached right. And this defense, I thought this defense was supposed to get better, and it's just not. And Baker, you could clearly tell, was injured. Like, he was still dealing with that injury.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of shocked he even came back this week.
You want to know why he came back this week and didn't rest? Because Todd Bowles is the most overrated head coach in the NFL and the NFC, in my opinion.
And they also know the Carolina Panthers are on their heels for that division.
That too, but let's be real. Todd Bowles, not a good head coach. Good defensive coordinator, terrible head coach. But look, Tampa won. They got what they needed. That was a must win for them because Carolina's catching up, especially, and this is why I brought them up. Carolina beat the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, I saw the alert on my phone. I was at the game covering. I said, "Wait, what?" I said 3 interceptions by Matthew Stafford. They picked 6.
2. Yeah, and look, Stafford may have thrown for 2 touchdowns. Stafford was terrible.
2 interceptions. Yeah.
Stafford was terrible in that game, and man, I gotta admit, bro, you were right about Carolina. They are. This is a type of game that you are legit in. And Bryce Young, actually, this was probably his best game in his career.
Touchdowns, no turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, Ted McMillan, even though he had the 1 catch, is great. How about this Jalen Coker? I loved Coker. I thought he was a sneaky get for me in Dynasty a few years ago for my Dynasty leagues. Man, he's such a great player. And I gotta tell you, Carolina is a legit team right now. I don't know if they'll make the wild card. I think for the NFC South, you got to win that division. But man, this is a great step for Carolina. For the Rams, though, oh boy, they were just sloppy on defense. And Stafford, yes, he threw for 2 touchdowns. He was not good today.
Uncharacteristic, like picks, but interceptions.
Correct. Some of the picks he threw were bad. They're not the worst interceptions I've seen today. Oh, we'll get to that. But yeah, Stafford did not look good today. And yeah, this was a prove it game for Carolina. They proved it. And to be honest, it's going to be very interesting to see how Carolina plays the entire year. I mean, I'm looking at their schedule right now. I'm going to read it to you right now. Dang, I had it here. Hold on.
Oh, they have the Saints. They have the Buccaneers. I got
Yep.
you. They have the Seahawks, and then they have the Buccaneers again. So they're the Buccaneers twice, Seahawks, and Saints. Saints should
Those
be an easy
games.
win for them. Saints should be
Yep.
an easy win for them.
Those
But the
games
Buccaneers
against the
twice, if they could
Buccaneers.
get one of those games, that'll be great.
Those games against the Buccaneers are must-watch television. And I can't believe I'm saying that with the season, you know. But those games are must-win for both teams.
Yo, if they win the NFC South, I got to go back and find that clip, man. I got to go back and find that clip. I said,
yo. I give you permission to fully embarrass me because I was one of the anti-Carolina Panthers this year.
I think you were more anti out of me and Dylan. But Dylan was even shocked. He was like, wait, you have them maybe making the playoffs? I said, yo, do y'all see their schedule? That's the reason why I was like, the schedule wasn't that hard. I was like,
I was right about the Saints this year. Yeah,
the Saints, you were there. I wasn't high on the Saints to begin with. I knew they would be bad.
They stink. They stink. And look, Tyler Shook looked okay in the second half. I watched a portion of that game. He stinks in the first half. And Miami's schedule is so freaking easy, bro. Like they have they have a legit chance to win every single game. And yes, Mike McDaniel needs to be fired at the end of this year still because I do not believe in him as the coach. And if you keep him, he's just going to be fired the next year.
Yeah.
Get rid of him. Goodbye. See you down the road wherever you go to be an offensive coordinator. And get a new guy in here.
Touche.
But, Miami looked okay. He looked okay. Tua did not look okay. Tua still sucked. I still think Tua is one of the worst contracts in football. He did not look good at all.
He should be a backup quarterback in the league.
Yeah, it's trending towards that direction. And, I don't know where they go from there with him. But, yeah, let's finish off the NFC South here. How about them Falcons, baby? Oh my God! What a
look at that different tone, y'all. Y'all see a different tone. He's usually always disgruntled, angry.
For those that claim that are like, oh, the Jets need to lose games. This is ridiculous. This is terrible. The Jets need to lose games to get their quarterback. Do you really expect? Do you really expect this team to make the right pick? I don't. I still don't believe in this coach. I still don't. If it was me, he would be one and done. But they won't do that. Let me just say something about this Jets squad. I want to win. And it doesn't matter where you pick. It's who you pick. Remember the one dumb year where we took Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence went first overall? Trevor Lawrence isn't really exactly lighting the world on fire right now. I mean, he's okay.
But he's not generational like they anticipated.
Yep. And another thing too, I gotta say as well. Look, I love Kirk Cousins growing up. He was a great player when he was in the Vikings and when he was with the Washington. Am I allowed to say the name or am I gonna get in trouble?
Say who?
The Washington.
Oh, I would just say the Commanders, formerly known as you know what.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Screw it, I'm going to say it. Washington Redskins. Yeah. They were referred to that. I watched Kirk Cousins play. Yes, he did have 234 passing yards. Yes, he did throw for a touchdown, but he's done. He looks completely done. And Bijan looked like Bijan. Algier looked pretty well, but yeah, they were just so sloppy at the end of that game. And they need to fire that head coach at the end of the year. Raheem Morris is not a good head coach. Good defensive coordinator, terrible head coach. And my football team, I still think that Steve Wilkes needs to go too. He's not on the defensive side. But they played pretty well. I mean, Tyrod looked like a functioning quarterback. Adonai Mitchell looked amazing too. I thought this guy was a waste of space. John Mechie had a few bad drops in this game, but I like what I saw from the offense. And Tony Adams and Michael Clemens actually looked competent too.
Mm. You feel
But,
a
you
little
know,
optimistic? Feeling a little optimistic there?
No. But hey, I'm glad we got the win. I don't care if how many games we win or if we lose or if we don't get the top pick. We got plenty of picks to trade up for. And it doesn't matter where you pick, it's who you pick. But hey, at least the Atlanta Falcons, in losing this game, they could raise their draft stock up in the first round to take their guy, you know. Oh, wait, they don't have that. The Rams do.
Crazy.
Fire their
The
GM
Rams
too.
even better. They're gonna make the Rams even better.
Yep. I gotta ask you this question. Their GM's so fired, right?
Yeah, you gotta
The
be
Falcons
cooked.
GM is so fired. He has to be fired.
Just like the Pelicans GM should be freaking gone. It's just like
Well, he shouldn't have been hired to begin with. Troy Weaver is the reason why the Pistons lost 26 something games or something like that.
like how you trade away a draft pick unprotected and you know it's gonna be a strong draft.
And look, Queens, he's not even worth the unprotected pick. He's a decent player, but he's not the greatest.
He's not gonna be better than Darren Peterson, Adrian Avanza, Cam Boozer, Caleb Wilson from North Carolina. Like, yeah, that's inexcusable.
Yeah, but I really hope that the Pelicans or the Clippers win the draft lottery this year, just so I could use my 08 joke in the NBA times 20. Oh, by the way, the Clippers, they lost 13 of their last 15 games.
And OKC gets their pick.
And OKC gets their pick.
Crazy. So that's kind of like a semblance of the Falcons and what's going on. Falcons, Rams, and then OKC Clippers is like semblance in different sports just mirroring each other.
Yeah. And to be honest, it's not just the trade up that wants me to get rid of this GM. It's their drafting that I don't like either. The pass rushers have been great, but Michael Penix was a pick that made zero sense to me. The running back, he's not looked good. Taking Bijan, I understood why, because Bijan's a talented player, but I didn't understand at that time why they took him. Kyle Pitts, look, I've been disappointed with how Kyle Pitts, he looked okay in this game, but I really wish that Kyle Pitts was able to live up to the hype, because he was fun to watch in Florida. I loved his tape, but he just hasn't panned out.
He was in that 21 draft, right?
Correct. That was the draft where I think it was Lance,
Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Damn, what a disappointing draft class.
Oh my God, that class is
Terrible.
so it is super duper disappointing.
Who else was in that class?
I got it right here. So here's the top picks. Trevor Lawrence went first overall. Zach Wilson went second overall. Probably the biggest bust in New York Jets history, and that's saying something with all the picks they made. Trey Lance, who we got to see as a Charger, went third. Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Penei Sewell, J.C. Horn, Patrick Surtain, Devontae Smith, Justin Fields went, Micah Parsons went, which if this draft was redone over, Micah Parsons would be the first overall pick. Well, probably the second overall pick.
Him or Chase?
Him or Chase, yeah. Rashawn Slater, Elijah Vera Tucker, Mac Jones. By the way, I gotta say this, because we were talking to Jets. Jonathan Vilma, who's a terrible commentator, goes on there, and they were talking about all the draft picks the Jets stash, and he's like, maybe the Jets should trade one of those first-round picks for Mac Jones. Is he drinking the type of juices that Kendrick Perkins is drinking?
Apparently, his shot was back to him from Thanksgiving.
Oh my God, I was so stupid when I heard him say that. I'm like, you should not be a commentator if they're going to say stupid stuff like that.
It's crazy. That's wildness to be saying that.
I know. The other picks made: Zaven Collins, Alex Leatherwood, Jalen Phillips, Jamin Davis, Kadarius Toney, Kwity Paye, Caleb Farley. Remember him? Christian Darrisaw, Najee Harris, Travis Etienne, Greg Newsome, Rashad Bateman, Peyton Turner, Eric Stokes, Gregory Rousseau, Odafe Jason Owe,
that the whole first
and
round?
Joe Tryon Shinoika, or whatever his name is. Those are every single players they took.
My goodness, that was the whole first round. After those first four, I was like, yikes. But then it kind of got a little bit better. Michael Parsons, you said Patrick Surtain, and then you said
Yes,
Jamar Chase,
Jamar
Jalen Waddle.
Chase,
Those guys saved
Sewell,
the Panay
Sewell.
Sewell. He's a
Yeah.
monster offensive lineman. Those guys saved the draft class from being very disappointing.
Yeah, well, you could probably throw in Jalen Phillips when he's healthy.
Yeah.
Rashawn Slater when he's healthy.
Rashawn Slater as well.
Darisaw when he's healthy as well. A lot that draft has been so disappointing.
Yeah,
but,
especially the top four have been very underwhelming.
Yeah, and you know what someone called the quarterback class this year? I remember I saw a video on this. They called it the Trady Bunch.
Justin Fields was in that class too. I forgot.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
Man.
And Fields is not. I would not be shocked, by the way, if the Jets just cut him because the owner hates him.
Yeah, that's wild, man. I remember he cried at one point.
And in a closet, which, you know, I've been there. Crying in a closet's uncomfortable, but like... What?
Hey, man, I know how you feel. Trust me. We've all been there.
Yeah.
All been there.
I mean, the Titans fans have probably been in there like the past few years since they had that stupid trade down with A.J. Brown. I mean, they got deleted by the Jacksonville Jaguars today. But... Yeah, I don't know what else there really is to say. And speaking of deleted, we got the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, talk about
you remember,
shut out 26-0.
Can I say one thing? Remember I said Shedeur Sanders might be Tim Boyle bad? Nah. I think we found someone who's way worse. Max Brosmer. Oh my God, he's thrown some. Go look up his interception. By the way, it reminded me of Will Levis. It was so bad.
4 interceptions, man. Sheesh.
He's so bad. People thought that
funny,
JJ
you were making fun of
McCarthy
because he was getting freaking waxed on social media
At
everywhere. How bad
least-
he was playing.
At least McCarthy looks. At least McCarthy looks functional. Like he has promise still. Brosmer, I don't even know if he'll get picked up by the CFL after this game. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Sometimes you gotta feel bad for these guys. It's like, how they make it to the NFL?
I don't know who was worse, him or Nathan Peter. I don't know who was worse, him or Nathan Peter meme when he had that one game with the Buffalo Bills.
Oh man.
Oh my God, it was.
Oh, I can't wait to go watch these picks because I was at the game, so I didn't get to see it. But if I type it on YouTube,
these picks are so terrible.
An atrocity.
Oh my God, I saw him like, oh my God, like
niggas like I probably could do better than this guy if they let me train for a few weeks.
Probably the people from the Westchester Knicks can throw a football better than Max Brosmer. I mean.
Oh my God. Hey, you know what? I looked up his name right now. You want to know what his comments was in the press conference?
Oh my God. What were they?
Yeah. He said, tough day today. It's the NFL, man. Oh my God. Yeah, a tough day at office. A tough day at office when you throw 4 interceptions, man. And no touchdowns. And you get shut out by 26-0.
I really do feel bad for Max Brosmer, though. Like, he was an undrafted guy. He was on the practice squad like 2 weeks ago. I really feel for him.
Oh, my God. Facebook, I see his name. It said, Max Brosmer just gave us an all-time moment. Oh, my gosh. I can't. Yo, social media be killing me sometimes, man. Oh, man. This is hilarious.
Yeah,
I didn't think anyone could be worse than McCarthy. Everybody saying how bad he was playing, and then you see
this. Yeah. I think this got Vikings fans to shut up. Man, the biggest mistake they ever made was letting Daniel Jones go. Man, I mean, and Daniel Jones.
If they could have kept Jones or Darnold, man, this team would be way better. Even though they could have.
They didn't have. they didn't have the cap space to keep Darnold.
Yeah,
I think
couldn't
they
keep
would have had
Darnold.
the caps. They would have had the cap space to keep Daniel Jones if
If
they
they could
so
have kept
chose.
Daniel Jones with the team they have this year, with the wide receiver they got in Jefferson and Addison,
Yeah.
and then you got a solid defense, this team could have been something. But they want to take a risk, and that gamble does not look like it was worth
Yeah.
its investment.
Speaking of risk, did you know that Daniel Jones is playing with like a broken tibia right now?
Ooh, man, damn, that just hurt
How
me.
is he still playing?
That he should not be playing. Whoa, they need to be resting that guy, getting him healthy
Like
for the playoffs.
he has like a partially like broken not femur bone, like tibia right now, or was it the fibia? I don't know what bones is what, but
Why are they playing him? Like,
why are they like? Even if they didn't play him, Richardson stinks, and even if he did play, he would be about. Riley Leonard should be out there,
but you
but
guys have enough of a cushion in terms of the win column to at least rest him for a week or two to
oh,
heal up.
I don't know, man, because like this was a must win for both teams, and the Colts. Oh boy, I mean, they got the Jaguars, they got the Seahawks, the 49ers, the Jaguars again, and the Texans. Not a good schedule for them.
Losing to the Texans and Chiefs hurt them because now they don't really have, they're kind of losing margin of error.
And it's not just him that's hurt. Ahmad Sauce Gardner got hurt in this game too. He left with like a calf injury and he came out in like a boot, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's never good. But yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but if the Colts miss the playoffs this year, which I don't think they will, I think they'll be fine, make a wild card. But if they do miss the playoffs, all the memes I'm gonna create from this team. But hey, at least they have their first round pick to maybe, help that offense a little bit. Oh wait, they don't.
Who does their pick go to?
Let's just say it's Gangrenes.
Oh, your Jets. That's interesting.
But hey, listen, I think they'll make the playoffs this year. I'm just throwing that out there because I love doing my 08 joke. But yeah, this was not a game for the Colts, and Stroud didn't even really look that great either. Stroud hasn't been the quarterback I thought he was going to embrace in his rookie year. It was really the run game that really did much on offense. But
question to ask you: CJ Stroud, after that her historic rookie season, is it more of a product having to do with his offensive line, or is he just what we've been seeing this year and last year? Is he that type of quarterback?
Yes.
He's just what we're seeing. He is
pretty much a mixture of both. Like the offensive line is a mess, but I still think it's a mix because he showed signs last year of this type of play.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm gonna answer that question with which side as yes, because I think both are true.
But, it sucks because I remember during his rookie year, I did an article on him. I was like, he was like an MVP candidate, a legitimate MVP candidate at one point, and the team was winning. So it was like, he's putting up the stats, but he's helping his team win, and he's the biggest reason and the biggest impact player of why they're winning. So
correct.
Yeah, it just sucks to see that.
Imagine. I do wonder if Nathaniel Tank Dell was still on the team, because he was dealing with that brutal knee injury. I really think because Nathaniel Dell is on the Texans because CJ Stroud wanted him. And I think if he was on the field, oh yeah, Nathaniel Dell was amazing. And I think that if he was on the football field, maybe we would get a better Stroud, but I doubt we see Nathaniel Dell play this year. That knee injury he suffered last year
next year. And hopefully
brutal.
He comes back and he's what he was before or even better.
Yeah, because I like Nathaniel Dell. I thought Nathaniel was a great player on the football field. And no, I am not calling him Tank Dell. Not on his birth certificate. His name is Nathaniel Dell.
This like what Sauce Gardner. I ain't called him Sauce.
I'm not calling him that either. I'm calling him Ahmad.
I
keep saying Odafe Jason Owe. You know what I mean? Because he was drafted as Jason, then he embraced Odafe Owe. So I'm calling him Odafe Jason Owe. And I got a lot of heat from people basically saying you should call him by his nickname. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I don't call people by their nickname.
Before we close it out, you want to talk about Bears Eagles and then Raiders Chargers?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about
Bears Eagles first.
Yeah. Can I say
Yeah.
this?
It's time to worry about the Eagles because they look very
No.
flat offensively.
No, I'm not worried about the Eagles because I think this Bears team is legit right now.
Okay.
They are legit. And yeah, the Eagles they luckily have extra time to prepare to get things fixed, but man, Chicago they really impressed me today. I mean, on Black Friday.
They held
So
the
I'm not
Eagles
really
rushing
worried.
under 100
I'm not.
yards. They
Yeah.
really shut down Saquon.
Well,
They
Saquon
didn't.
has. I don't think Saquon has really been used that well. And this offensive
Yeah.
coordinator is brutal. This Patullo
Yeah.
guy, he is brutal. But you know what I mean? I'm not really that concerned because both teams are really talented, and I like what I'm seeing from them. And surprisingly, Chicago, if they play this right and look their schedule, they got the Packers, the Browns, the Packers again, the Niners, and the Lions. They have a chance to legit get this number 1 seed.
I believe you. I think they do. I think they could finish atop the NFC North. I feel like their biggest threat is going to be the Packers. We'll see if they can stay consistent, but I don't know. But the way the Bears, the 5 straight wins now, hey, that's not easy to do in football.
Yep. And bro, how about this Kyle Monaghy kid? He is amazing, the running back they took in the 7th round. Like people thought Bill Ja'Cory Mara, whatever his name is, the running back from Washington, was going to be like this stud running back in the 7th round. No, it's this Monaghy. It's this kid in Chicago. That kid is really talented.
They got a tandem there with Monaghy and Swift.
Yeah, really good tandem.
Just like with the Lions where they have Montgomery and what's his name?
And Gibbs.
Gibbs, yeah. So
oh my God, both are so great.
Yeah, when you have a tandem like that, it gives your offense just a new dimension. You could run so much. You have so much versatility in your offense, and the defense always has to be on their toes. Like, what's going to happen?
You know
Especially
who
when
I
you
wish
have weapons who you could throw to as well.
You know who I wish never left Detroit, even though I don't think he's ever going to return. I wish Jamal Williams was in Detroit still because he was underrated Williams? In Detroit. No, Jamal Williams.
Oh, Jamal Williams. I thought you said James.
Yeah. No, not James Williams. Not Jameson Williams, the Pete Rose Betting Association inductee. He's already over there. I mean, clearly hit the high on
really
his
good. I love his game. He's so fast.
Dude, if he could keep his head in check and avoid the gambling stuff and getting off the field, he's a great player.
Yeah,
but hey,
he doesn't get the targets because of Amon-Ra St. Brown. He can be one of the top receivers one day. He puts it all together.
And Sam Laporte is out for them now. Brock Wright, their backup's now out with a long-term neck injury. Detroit's got a lot of injuries. But you know who else got a lot of injuries now that Justin Herbert's injured? The Chargers. And what's funny too is, you want to know what's funny too? Like, with Herbert having the broken hand, they still beat the Raiders.
At this point, I got a nickname for the Chargers for all the injuries they've had. Corrupted Chargers. They just had it wiped up under them this year, man. Herbert, Slater, who else am I? Joe Alt, he got injured. He missed some time. Slater out for the season. Herbert, we'll see how long he's out. Like, just key guys just getting taken from them by injuries. And
you know what's funny?
I was very high on that. I'd be at the AFC West favorites coming into the season that could maybe challenge the Chiefs coming into the year. Injuries have just decimated them.
You want to know what's funny? You'll laugh at this. Chip Kelly, who was the Raiders offensive coordinator before he got fired, couldn't even call the plays out right. He didn't even know what. He couldn't even call them right.
Oh, man.
Highest paid offensive coordinator, too, by the way. Great job, Tom. Great job, Mr. Brady.
Oh, man. They only had 31 rushing yards, too.
Yeah.
The Raiders.
Is Pete Carroll fired? Is he one and done this year? Because I think there's a real chance he's one and done.
Yeah, it's looking like it.
He's only there because his coach is his son's on the coaching staff, just to boost up his son's resume, like Bill's doing in UNC. That's the only reason why he's there.
Geno Smith sacked 5 times. Jeez.
Oh, like Geno stinks, but that offensive line is horrible. I mean, I like Ashton Genty, I really do, but they should have taken Membu.
Yeah.
Oh my
That would've
goodness
helped him a lot.
gracious. And Brock Bowers looked like Brock Bowers of old. There's a positive there. I mean, I guess.
I didn't
Besides
get to see
Max-
his quick touchdown, but I heard it was like challenging. Puka
Yeah.
Nacua was today. Insane.
Besides Max Crosby, this Raiders defense is horrendous. Like, they're bad.
They're very bad. And now that the Chargers won, there are only 2 games in the loss column to the Broncos. And I'm looking at the Chargers schedule. I'm about to look right now. They play the Eagles. That's going to be tough, especially with no Herbert.
That's a Monday Night Football game, too.
Yeah. If they don't have Herbert, they have no shot there.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, that's going to be a tough one, especially when the Chiefs play at home. They're really good at home. Where the Chiefs have struggled this year has been on the road. So playing them at home, good luck.
They got the Cowboys, the Texans, and the Broncos.
Only, man, if they don't have Herbert, I don't see them winning any of these games. I'm going to be honest. They don't have Herbert.
Watch, the Cowboys are going to go full Cowboys, and they're going to choke.
Well, that's the one game, maybe. But the way the Cowboys have been playing lately, I'm trying to give them some respect because I'm like, okay, they keep playing like this, they could defeat the Chargers. But I don't see them beating the Eagles. The Chiefs at home, they've been one of the best teams at home all season. If they were on the road, maybe I'll give the Chargers more of a chance because the Chiefs have sucked on the road this year. But they're at home, so I expect the Chiefs to win that game. Texans, their defense is so elite. And with no Herbert, I think the Texans have a chance to maybe pull an upset. And the Broncos, I think they're the best team in the AFC West. Their defense is too good.
Whose defense is better, Denver's or Houston's?
Man, I watched.
Tough.
Damn, that's tough.
I'm gonna go with Denver too.
Not by much though. Not by much.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Denver too. I don't think
you Denver's have arguably the best cornerback in the league, Surtain, who can guard anybody.
Yeah, so, he's definitely up there.
That kind of helps a lot. And then their defensive front 4 is, man, they know how to get after the quarterback.
Yeah.
And they have a great, not this pass rush, like the guys' secondaries. They have great secondaries as well who know how to cover elite receivers. I think, who's number 1 in points allowed per game? I forgot. I know it's between the Texans. Oh, no, I think it's the Browns. The Browns have the top. Last time I checked, it was the Browns. I would say the Browns, the Broncos, and Texans have probably the top 3 defenses in the National Football League this year, I would say. So, yeah. Between these 2 teams, I'll probably give the slight edge to the Broncos, but it's very close.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. Man, but Denver's offense is not good. I'm sorry.
Nah. To me, that's what's going to hold them back from being a Super Bowl contender is their offense.
Yeah.
They have a Super Bowl defense, but their offense leaves a lot to be desired.
Correct. But, hey, if worse for worse, they could always draft one. Can I ask a question? Can my team draft a new owner?
Nah, the only way you get a new owner if he sells the team. Owners, unfortunately, can't.
I need a new owner.
Sell the team. That's it.
Owners can't be fired. I want a new owner.
Yeah. I don't know if that's going to happen unless he sells the team or if he just passes away. That's it.
Well, and then his son will probably just use Madden to simulate the entire season. Do we have a budget to maybe buy the team or something?
How much is your Jets even worth?
$5 billion, I think it is.
$5 billion, and y'all haven't won nothing.
No, I think it's $10 billion. Let me go on Bing real quick. I have the numbers.
If it's really $10 billion and you guys haven't won squat, not even made the playoffs in a decade and a half, is crazy.
$8.1 billion.
How is your value so high when you ain't winning shit?
Because they're a New York team.
That's so true. If you weren't in New York, you guys would be, man.
Well, we're technically not in New York. We're in New Jersey.
Yeah, see? That's why I always get confused. Everything in football, we forget. The games are played in New Jersey, but we call the New York Giants New York Jets.
And by the way, I'll say this now. I don't know if you saw. I know you didn't see the Jets game. Nobody was there at that stadium. It reminded me of a pandemic game. That there were so many empty seats. It reminded
Oh
me of the
man.
COVID-19 pandemic. I'm like,
So who
well,
wants to go
this
see the Jets and Falcons play? Two horrible
and
teams.
bad weather too,
Yeah.
and probably the worst stadium in the league, not called FedEx Field.
Yeah.
With
This,
probably the
who wants
worst
to go watch
with
those people play in person? I'm
along
good. I'll
along
watch
with
it
the
from the comfort of my
season
home.
along with the season going down the tubes. You don't want to give money to probably the worst, sports owner in all of North America. It's best to stay home.
Yeah. All
But
right. That seems like that was all the games. You want to quickly? Oh, the Broncos are up 6-0 right now to the Commanders, second quarter.
Yep. Commanders
Another
are a
cool.
disappointment because of the
Yeah.
injuries. And if I'm them, I would shut Jaden Daniels down the rest of the year. Get a top pick.
Yeah,
And
don't even bother doing what the Bengals did and try bringing your injured quarterback back into the fold when they're already out the playoff picture.
Yeah. One other thing we should mention too. It sounds like Brandon Ayuk and the Niners are gonna, submit paperwork for a divorce at the end of the year because of all the guarantees now being voided with Brandon Ayuk. So,
hey, if you're a team that needs a receiver, you need a number 2 receiver. Hey, you better try to call him up. Hey,
just don't call Frank Ragnow. He has like a grade 3 hamstring injury.
Yeah, I saw that. That was bad.
How that's like a complete tear off the bone.
Yeah, that was. They can't get a break, man. The Lions.
Yeah,
they can't get a break. But what you were saying?
Yeah. I just want to mention that Ayuk thing, and boy, did Pittsburgh dodge a bullet because they were going all in to try to get him.
I mean, we'll see where he lands. I think he's still a solid receiver, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Where can the people find you? Another great episode. You really carried today with the football. I didn't get to watch any today.
Well, I'm not carrying anything. All I got right now are these headphones. I don't have a backpack. I'm in the basement right now.
I'm dead. Where can the people find you, Nick?
You can find me. I write for Total Apex Sports. You can find me on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. Just Google my name, Nicholas Mullick. You'll find me. Yeah. Now that I look like an egghead, you can actually recognize me on social media instead of me looking like I'm from the Amish or something.
Oh man, that's I can't. Yo, the Max Brosmer stuff had me crying.
I know. I saw tears coming out, sort of like the tears that came out of those footballs when they had Max Brosmer throwing it. Like, you're throwing it wrong.
Probably the coach was tearing up too. Like, man, this is what we got.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
Oh man! Sometimes it's like, yo, how do some of these people make it to the pro leagues?
Is Tim Boyle available? Maybe he could help back up.
Yo, oh my God, Will Levis! I haven't heard that name in a long time.
He's out for the year because of his shoulder injury.
Oh man, yeah. Cam Ward is to start rookie quarterback. That's why Will Levis ain't getting no.
And I really still don't know. Like, I still think he's okay, but like, I really don't know about him as a long-term quarterback sometimes with how he plays.
Yeah, no, that's true. But yeah,
but then again, he has a head coach. He has a head coach that looks like he could be on the Ellen DeGeneres show.
Oh man, you here with the jokes today?
I'm not even joking. He looks like he could be on the Ellen DeGeneres show.
Shoot, might have better luck there.
I've called him that for years, by the way.
Might have better luck there.
There was an old podcast I used to watch growing up. I don't know if they're still around. While they were making picks, this guy who was a big Chargers fan basically called Mike McCoy Ellen, like the male version of Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's a perfect way to end up the show.
Oh my God,
yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for the show. I'm your host, DJ Hamilton, DJ Sports Show. Covered the Westchester Knicks. First time talking G League on the podcast. I was a little flustered in the episode, so just letting y'all know I was kind of tired, but we we have to do here. You know what I'm saying?
My advice. Go watch the Greensboro Swarm. That's a G League you would love.
Greensboro.
They're better than the Charlotte Hornets, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Hey, that's true. And it was great having my guy Nick on here catch us up with some football that we missed today. So, but yeah, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe on YouTube, listen to audio platforms, follow, leave a rating, and share anybody you know. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
Peace.